Have you ever noticed how a trip to the beach just hits the reset button on your soul? Like how standing by the ocean can literally wash away weeks of stress? Well, today we're going to dive deep into the why behind that feeling. We're talking about the profound, scientifically backed reasons the shoreline is, maybe nature's best and most accessible therapy out there.
You know that feeling, right? I think this quote just nails it. It's this universal kind of gut feeling that when you're by the sea, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. It's almost less like a vacation and more like coming home.
All right, so let's get into it. Because this feeling, it's not just some poetic, vague wellness idea. No, there is actual hard science that explains why the sea has such a powerful effect on our minds and our bodies. So what is really going on when that sense of peace just washes over us?
I mean, think about it. Our connection to the sea goes way back. It's ancient. For as long as we've been human, we've been drawn to the coast. It's this deep, almost magnetic pull that's just woven right into our history, our art, really our whole collective story.
Okay, and this is where it gets really fascinating. We can actually break down that magnetic pull into its scientific parts. We're going to look at how the sea engages our senses, one by one, to create this incredible state of calm. And we're going to start with what we hear. So you've probably heard of white noise, right? Well, that gentle, rhythmic sound of ocean waves, that's a perfect example of something scientists call pink noise. And unlike the jarring, chaotic sounds of a city, pink noise is a frequency our brains are basically hardwired to find incredibly soothing.
In listening to those waves, it does so much more than just relax you. It's actually physically changing your body's chemistry. I mean, it's actively lowering your stress hormone, cortisol, it's bringing down your blood pressure, and it can even sync up with your own heartbeat and breathing. It basically guides you into a meditative state without you even trying.
Okay, so let's move from sound to sight, because it all builds on each other. Your eyes are getting a therapeutic dose of calm, too. That huge, expansive blue of the ocean and the sky, psychologically, we link that with tranquility. And when you look out at that vast, uncluttered horizon, it actually stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system. That's your rest and digest system. The total opposite of our constant fight or flight mode these days.
All right, now let's talk about what you're breathing in. And seriously, it is not your imagination. The air at the coast is literally different. It is supercharged with these amazing little things called negative ions. They get created by the force of the crashing waves. You can think of them as like invisible vitamins for your mood.
So why does that sea air feel so good? Well, it's because breathing in those negative ions has been shown to boost serotonin. That's your brain's natural happy chemical. And what does that lead to? A better mood, more energy, and yep, even better sleep later on. That is the science behind that incredible, deeply satisfying feeling you get when you take a big breath of salty air.
Just take a second and imagine it, right now. That first deep breath you take when you finally get to the coast. You can almost feel the tension just melting out of your body, can't you? It's a real physical thing.
And we can't forget about touch. That simple act of kicking off your shoes and feeling the sand between your toes. That's a practice called earthing or grounding. The whole idea is that you're literally connecting your body to the Earth's electrical field. It's believed to help reduce inflammation and balance your mood. It's just a simple, primal kind of joy,
So, okay, we've covered the amazing mental and emotional stuff, but the benefits, they don't stop there. The sea is just as much a therapist for our physical bodies as it is for our minds.
And the physical health benefits are honestly just as impressive. For starters, the seawater itself, it's packed with minerals like magnesium and potassium that are great for your skin. Then there's breathing that salty air. That's a practice called thalassotherapy, and it's incredible for clearing out your lungs. And of course, you get that all-important dose of vitamin D from the sun, which is crucial for, everything from strong bones to a healthy immune system. But the beach isn't just a place where you go to heal by yourself. It's also this really unique social space. It's where we connect not just with nature, but maybe just as importantly, with each other. I mean, it's where we make some of our best memories, right? Building sandcastles with the kids, walking with a partner at sunset, all that good stuff. But it's also a place where you can be alone without feeling lonely. There's this sense of a shared, gentle community. It helps adults remember how to be playful. And looking out at that huge horizon really does put our tiny day-to-day problems into a much, much healthier perspective. And this contrast really gets to the heart of why the seaside is so important today.
Think about it. Our default setting now is looking down at a screen, just getting bombarded by digital noise. The sea forces us. It makes us look up and out. It replaces the chaos of notifications with the steady, reliable rhythm of the waves. It clears out all that mental clutter and actually gives us space for real reflection. It's the ultimate digital detox. So, okay, we've got all this science, this deep human need for the coast. So the next logical step is to see how this all comes together in a real place. And the source material for this explainer uses a classic seaside town as a perfect example of how this natural therapy is probably a lot closer than you think. 90 minutes, that's it. Just 90 minutes. That's how long the train ride is from the absolute hustle of central London to the classic seaside town of Margate. It's just a powerful reminder of how accessible this kind of natural therapy really is for millions of people. And a place like Margate, it really offers the full package. You get the classic golden sands and the tidal pools for that physical connection, but it's also a cultural hub. It's home to the famous Turner Contemporary Gallery. So it's this great blend of old school seaside nostalgia with a really vibrant modern energy. And to top it all off, it's famous for its absolutely spectacular sunsets. And to really complete that therapeutic journey, the source we're looking at highlights how intentional hospitality can just amplify everything. It uses Unico Hotels as an example, where the focus is on creating a totally holistic atmosphere. We're talking everything from tranquil rooms to really high-quality service, just making sure the entire experience is designed for your well-being. So, as we start to wrap this up, this is really the key takeaway. You know, while a lot of therapy can be expensive or hard to get to, the healing power of the coast, it's universal, it's timeless, and the best part, it is completely free for everyone to experience.
And this quote from the source material just says it all, perfectly. The sea offers a complete solution for so many of our modern problems. It's a remedy for anxiety, for being overwhelmed, for physical health. It's basically a full system reset.
So really, we're left with this thought. The science is undeniable, the feeling is universal, and the therapy is just waiting for you. With its calming sounds, its healing air, and that horizon that gives you perspective, the sea is always there. The only question left is, when are you going to answer its call?